we're just gonna have people in our lives that, have more experience than us, but they go about doing things a certain way that don't really, align with the healthiest way to go about something, if you get what I'm saying. When we love people, when we have family, we have friends, we got people we care about, we all want them to do the best thing for them, right? But who are we to say that, right? But we can clearly see when a decision is more hurting somebody than helping them. And it really is sad when they can't see that themselves, you know, because it's supposed to be for them to see, but it do be sad. What I noticed is that when people are really at their lowest, for them, they did the best that they ever could, you know? Like in their story, they made the best out of their situation. Even if it's not the best, to them, they did. You get what I'm saying? And they really came as far as they could have with the information that they have obtained and what they know. And it's really just crazy because at first, Mike kind of want to look at it with a judgy approach. I know I did. I couldn't really understand why people didn't want to make better decisions. To me, it was just like insane. Um, but to understand that when people didn't make right decisions, understand that we were there and we didn't make those correct decisions. And I'm not even giving excuses, but when you start to hear uh, the reasons why the people that we love so much and they completely choose the non-healthy option, we wonder why. Why do you keep doing the same shit? Why, like, when will you learn that this is not the way? And understanding that when you look at somebody dead in their face, you look at them dead in their eye, and you see that they're so far gone. And I mean that in such a loving way, a way in where you want to help them, but the only person that can help them is them, right? And this touches on mental health. And it's so sad because everything could be, good, but when it comes down to decision making and what people do in private, you get to see that certain people really aren't okay. They're not okay, and the only thing you could do is love from a distance, and be there for them if they need you or whatnot. But just live through example, and you can't really tell nobody nothing. You can't really be like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Like, who are we? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never gonna work like that. Like, they have to want that for themselves, one, and two, they're gonna have to get that help when they want it. You know, even if they need it, you could hint it at them. But it's not gonna hit until they want it. It's so much sadder when it's like they're in a simulation, and it's like, you ever listen to somebody telling you a story and you like listening and you realize that they're the problem, and they telling you the story and they not getting that they're the problem with the story, but they telling you the whole shit in depth, and it's just like, yo, bro, like, your gang is you. And like, actually not really saying that, letting them talk through it. But in all of these situations when these people are going through things, in their story, they're the victim. In their story, they did nothing wrong. In their story, people did wrong to them. And it's just so crazy because everything is perception and how everything is viewed. And when it really get down to it, everybody's a victim. If you choose to be that. If you choose, um, victim is such a sensitive word, for the survivors out there of all sorts of crazy madness. When you take on this victim role, then you really don't feel like you're in any other type of shoe. You feel like, they just did shit to you. And my people, when it's your people can mean so many different things. Your people can mean culture, it can mean your family, mean the people you love the most. And when you are seeing things that they're not seeing, and you're having a conversation with them, and you just see where they at, it's just so heartbreaking. You know, it's so heartbreaking. And if you understand what I'm saying, because we all relate, um, the only thing that's helped me and like navigating this, I love to talk about this because something that people don't talk about. it hurts when you're farther along in your mistakes, because it's not like we're perfect. You make a whole bunch of mistakes and you learn from them eventually, right? But it's crazy how certain people have taken 20, 30 more years of going through the same, you get what I'm saying? It's not the same mistakes, it's different mistakes, but they're not learning from their errors. You get what I'm saying? It kind of sunk in more. They kind of became more at peace with it, became more like normal. So that part is really, really scary. And just being able to love your people regardless. It hit me in the kitchen. It hit me in the kitchen, and it was just like, think about your family, right? We all want something to be a certain way, and it's not. We all know somebody that, like, yo, like, if only they could, and they're just not. And it's just like, that's what family is. Like, family's supposed to be that way. All people that we love, they're supposed to be that way. And it's like, we love them regardless. And it's like, even though it's not perfect how we want it to be, that's what makes them dumb. That's what makes them dumb. And that's what makes the whole situation shine. Truthfully, and it's crazy because some of the situations are really sad. And for the ones that are really sad, um, I would just say, like, just release. Just release. Like, it's so fucked up, but like, sometimes I said something is so fucked up and it's happening. I'm burping internally. Excuse me. Protein shake. Sometimes something is happening so, like, fucked up that you wish it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking on some shit that people are choosing. Like, it's outside of your control. If it was up to you, you wouldn't do it that way, but it's not up to you. So you're watching how other people are doing it. And it's just like, yo, I got to a point where you just start to feel numb. You start to feel numb because it's not your battle. That, that, that is so sad. Like, it's so sad. And then you start to feel like you fucked up, right? You start to feel like you wrong for certain things and how you thinking about shit and how you going about shit. But the truth is, it's nothing you could do. It's nothing you could do, and it's like a part of you emotionally becomes turned off. And therapy, I'm in therapy, but I'm just voicing this not on some sob story shit, but on some, like, yo, we really have people that we love that we could look at. We could look at them dead in their face, and they're just so far gone. And it has to do with trauma. It doesn't mean like they just came out the womb and they're fucked. No, like, it has to do with the trauma. And something beautiful that I saw is that we are not responsible for our childhood, but we're responsible for our healing. We're not responsible for anything that happened in our childhood, what happened to us, the environments we were in. But healing, that part is completely up to us. Once you hit like 20 and now you're an adult, and now you're in that range of figuring it out for yourself, and you're not supposed to be like, oh, that happened to me. Oh, that happened to me. That You're supposed to really, like, go deal with that. Go deal with the things that happened to you. Go deal with the things you didn't really like that you had to see. Go deal with all of those things. And it's like, I feel like this is such an important topic because all of these people, we got people who didn't heal, all these people that mentally, whatever they got going on, they just going and they going to work. They going, they're on the road, they going, and now you got to go in the jungle. You really got to go in the jungle because it's a whole bunch of people that didn't process what really happened to them. And a huge part, nobody told them. Nobody told them it's a normal thing. So to them, to everybody, they're doing their best. If you getting shit faced every fucking night, but you going to work the next day and you're providing for your family, to that person, they're doing the best that they've ever done for themselves. But there's always better. And just learning that there's always better is what it keeps me leveled. Um, but when you know that when you feel like you're doing your best and that's it, the bar is just gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So, not for nothing, for our people, bro, we really just have to be there. And it really sucks when we want somebody to see something in a healthier way of doing something and they're not choosing that way. But the same way we found our light to be the candle for them, like, we just got to keep being that light, you know? And maybe we might spark that in them at some point. Maybe not right now, maybe not in a year, maybe 3 years, maybe 7 years. Maybe they might look at you and they might be like, yo, holy shit. Maybe it might hit them through one of your interactions. Even though you feel a way about it, it's like when you feel a way about it, just understanding that because of how we see it, and we see it so like, oh, what's the word? We see the picture of their highest being, and we still don't even know what the fuck that look like. But we see a higher picture than they see currently. And it's like, because we see that, that's our gift. That's our purpose. Our purpose is to be there to show them that higher level. You get what I'm saying? And then after you show them, they're like, oh shit, like that. They see that shit. Somebody else showed us that shit. We ain't just spawn in like highest level. Nah, gang. Like, something in our lives got us to this point. So it's like, it's kind of like our duty to be here and be that for the people that you love and care about. There's definitely boundaries and a certain level with shit. But the reason why things are fucked is because they're supposed to be that way. Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be that way. And if not, then we wouldn't be here. If we didn't have toxic family members, they would have never fucked. They would have never had kids. If this one wasn't getting... It's so messed up, but I'm telling the truth. If I could go down my bloodline generation, I'd be like, hey, don't be with him. Hey, don't be with her. Hey, don't be with... They done did years of trauma. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not like I'm the only one. Every family has trauma. You either defeat it, overcome it, or become it. Like, I feel like it's so crazy. Like, somebody was beating your mom. Hey, I ain't like that shit. I couldn't do nothing as a kid. So you don't beat your girl, you don't beat your wife, you don't beat your partner. Right? Or you say your mom get beat, so that's how you deal with shit. Like, nigga, what? Like, it's real crazy out here, bro. And not for nothing, I didn't know it's which wolf you feed. And I really love that analogy. We have two wolves, good and a bad wolf. And it's all about the wolf that you feed. And that's a topic for another video. But it's our job to be that light. And it really do be sad when we got to watch our people go down the drain. And when you're doing your best, you're doing your part, you're being there, and that shit's still not... It's not up to you, gang. It's not up to you. So just take that load off of you and understand. Come at it at more of an approach, a lighter approach, and really, I want to say try to understand where they're coming from, because if you talk to them, you're gonna see how sad their story is. Really. We start talking to somebody that's fucked up, and you start hearing, oh, I did this cause da da da, cause I'm ugly. You be like, who the fuck told you that? You get what I'm saying? Like, but they moving off of their own. I'm trying not to say the same thing over and over. I hope this helps somebody. I know it will. It helps me. Shit. I love you guys. I'm tired as fuck, but we here. We locked in. Yo, it do be sad. I love y'all. Stay strong. Keep fighting them battles that nobody's seeing. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you thinking about fixing things in your life, and it's like life is already hard. And then to deal with family shit and deal with people that are mentally, you get what I'm saying? Like, life is already hard. So I hope I can help the people in the world by really sharing what I'm seeing. I'm just the lens. This is what I'm seeing through life. And I feel like it's real fucked up and sad. But to the people who stay strong, man, that's it. I ain't got nothing to say. Love y'all. That's it.